Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mount Korea MES College online class. I am your head, Department of English, Mount Korea MES College. Today, I would like to discuss one important fact, that is the assignment number 2. Today, I will discuss how you could answer the assignment number 2 and you prepare yourself for this assignment. Now, what is your assignment here? Please keep your mute. Please keep your microphone mute. You have to listen first, okay? Please. Okay. So today I would like to discuss your assignment number 2. What is your assignment for the third week? Write an essay on difference between the online class and in-campus class. In-campus class. In-campus class. So, in order to write this assignment or an essay, you have to acquire the following things. After completing this writing, you will be able to differ about 2 different types of learning patterns. You will be able to use contrasting sentences, connectors, and cohesive devices. You will be able to use preferences, references of personal experiences. So these are the important topics. Now, what is your assignment consist of? Your assignment consists of an essay within 300 words. And it should be included an introductions and online between the meaning of online and campus meanings, and the emergence of campus class and the pros and cons of campus and online classes. That means what you experience, you have to share it in your writing. I would like to tell my student that I am sharing you my OneNote notebook, where I have prepared all the segment and step-by-step process, how you can write a very good essay by yourself. I will share this notebook on Facebook page and the Messenger page. You can see it, you can study it, you have a detailed study, you can have a detailed study from this. So first of all, the question that comes to our mind is, what is an essay? So let us see what an essay is. So an essay is a short piece of writing on a particular subject. Then how should we write an essay? We have 3 steps in writing an essay. First, the assignment is given to you, and then you have to write it and you have to revise it before presenting to us. So this is the common factor. As a student, you have to just write and revise it time and time again. Now, what is the requirement of your essay? There are 4 types of essay. What types of essay is this that you are given as an assignment? The essay that is given you as an assignment is an argumentative type of essay. And it belongs to a category of essay which is comparative and contrasting studies. Now let us see the different types of essay and their outlooks. Look at this scale where I have given example and prompt for you for different types of essay. For example, if you have an argumentative type of essay, you have to form an opinion by a research or building an evidence-based argument. That means now you have an essay that deals with online teaching and the in-class teaching. Now you have to research yourself what is the benefit and disadvantages of online teaching and the in-class teaching. So you have to research it and you have to find it and make your argument in favor or in favor of or against your arguments. So there are different types of essays, but we are focusing on the contesting and comparative type of essays. Now come to the point that today we have our assignment is compare and contrast type of essay. What is a compare and contrast type of essay? We will discuss it here. Here is the page of my notebook. You can follow it, or I will share this notebook on Facebook or on the Umargoni MES class online class comment box, and you can have your if you can have your say, and you can, if you have any comment, you can write there and I will answer it for you. So this is the one of the important. So what is a compare and contrast type essay? A compare and contrast type essay is designed to see the links between the two different theories or ideas. What is the two different ideas here? Inline class and in-class and online class. In class, in the classroom or in the online class. Please, student, please mute your microphone. Okay, you have to listen first, and if you have any question, you can write it in the comments whenever it is possible. In the questions in Facebook or anywhere else. Okay. So the compare and contrast type of essays, you have to bring out the similarities and the difference between the two. Now we are in a position to study the structure of the comparative type of essays. There we can write in a two way. There are often different type of a structure. We have two structure in this case. One is an alternative method and one is a block method. So there are two types of, actually there are two types of method in writing contrasting and comparing contrasting essays. What are the methods? The methods are the alternative type of method and the block method. Now let us discuss this method. Let us discuss this method to you. Let us discuss the method. So you should keep your video close and try to, as it is very stressing for the bandwidth. So you have to listen the as like a podcast, I should say. So the first method we are discussing is the alternating method. So in discussing the alternative method, we have here is a in outline, and if you follow this outline, you can write an essay. So here are the methods. First, you have to introduction, give a background, and a thesis statement, and a thesis statement for your thesis statement for your class. So that's the next one is that you have the first point of comparison, second point of comparison, third point of comparison, and you come to a conclusion. And conclusion should contain a synthesis of arguments. So this is the, now you should say that how could sir I write all these things if I don't have any how should you can write all these things if you don't have any say guideline. So we wanted to give you a guideline. We wanted to give you a guideline over here. Look, we have created an example. We have created an example how you write about this. Here is this examples is how you could write the introductions of this essay. How you could write the introduction of this essay. So here are the, for example, in the introduction, that topical relevance of distance learning in lockdown time and increasing the prevalence of distance learning over the last decade. That means how distance learning or online learning is just evaluating during the time of pandemic. And we have given a sample. This is a statement over here. For example, while distance learning has certain advantages, it introduces multiple new accessibility issues that must be addressed for it to be as effective as classroom learning. So these are the points. And here are the two differences that we have put forward. These are the comparison. So classroom learning, ease of identifying difficulties and privately discussing them. In the classroom learning, you can discuss things with teachers, but in the distance learning, it is not possible sometimes. And accessibility issue is a very important. For example, at this moment, we have a very low accessibility because of internet bandwidth. So we are getting problems in talking, or we are getting problems in listening the lessons. So these are the accessibility problems. What there are two accessibility problems we have bring it here. And that there is personal interaction and engagement. Okay, personal interaction and engagement is very important, because teachers don't get any feedback from the student, and the student do not get correct answer all the time. They have to wait for the answer for a long time. So this is one of the disadvantages of online teaching. So you have to sum up and give full descriptions of the things that you have understood. So this is one of the method that is we called an alternative method, that we point forward one by one. The second method is the block method. We will come to the block method. We will come to the block method. The block method is another process of writing an essay. We have in the block method, we don't give any example, but we put some examples how you can write in a block method. Here are we have divided the essays into a few parts, and we will giving these few parts in a complete whole. So what is it? Introduction, distance learning, accessibility, distance learning, personal interaction, and a classroom learning, and the classroom learning and conclusion. What we have done here is that it is very important. What we have done here is that these are that in the alternative method, we have talked the two things at the same time, but in the block method, we did not use to speak of that all the things at the same time. Here we have first talk about the write a two paragraphs on the distance learning, that is online learning, and we will constitute another two paragraphs of distance learning or classroom learning, and then we will discuss it later on. So here are we have a topical, we have same thesis statement, we have same things, but we have a different structure. So this structure is very important. I have given you all the points here, all the points. For example, look at the topical relevance of distance learning in a lockdown. The first sentence you have to write is there, that this is actually a goodwill, a good process in the time of lockdown. When you cannot go out of home, then the online class is the only way that you can be connected you can be connected with your with your institution, and with your teachers, and with fellow students. And without this, you cannot connect with anybody else. So this is one of the very advantageous positions of an online learning. And we have to say something about the evaluations of. For example, we are in the online learning. First, we put our lessons in the Facebook. Then we have gone to the Zoom recorded class. So we have evolved a much. In the first, we don't have any kind of interaction with the student, but now it is possible for us to say interact with our students. So this is one of the points. Then the thesis statement, we have given the thesis statement. You can change it, you can write it in your own way. So these are the just guided position of your writing. Now the distance learning. What is the distance learning and advantages and disadvantages? We have put it in the very clear way. The advantages of the distance learning is flexibility, accessibility, and the disadvantages are comfort, challenges for those who poor internet and tech literacy. You are facing this always, that you are always facing this kind of internet problem in the case of online learning. So these are the disadvantages. Advantage is the flexibility. For example, you without attending the class, you can now attend my class. This is the flexibility, and you have accessibility. So these are the important facts. Another paragraph, we will throw a personal interactions. In the distance learning, in a class, teacher cannot see all the students, but in a distance learning, teachers can be teachers can see the have a personal interactions with the students. In a very good platform, we can have actually personally, if we have less than 100 or 50 students or 30 students or 20 students, we can we can actually interact with them very personally. So this is the one of the point. So there is a potential for teacher to discuss issues with the students on a separate private cell. Actually, we don't have this kind of facilities with us because we do not want to distract our students from the point of view. The point is that your only issue here is to write an essay for an we don't want to talk otherwise. We want to keep focus on the writing those, but you can actually give your views and with something else. If you want to see something, you want to know something different, or you have a different views, you can put it in the Facebook comments or in the messenger groups, so we can answer the questions. I kept my lectures I kept my lectures through English. I don't want to speak Bengali because this is a platform we want to have our eloquence, and we want to have a very good interactions with one another, and through it we can change our attitude of learning a language. A language can be better learned. Language can be better learned if you interact with the same language. So you have to understand it from this kind of lecture. Now the next one come to the classroom learning. So in the matter of classroom learning, accessibility, there are advantages. More accessible to those who low tech literacy. Actually, if you in the classroom, you don't need any technological innovations. You can contact with your student, you can talk with them, you can do many things, and you can also create a learning and sharing and learning environment which cannot be disrupted. So this is the advantages of the advantages of a classroom learning. The disadvantages of a classroom learning is that a student a student have to physically attend the class, and they have to interact with the class, and there are many issues with the students that the class can be distracted. So we have to change this format. For the students say accessibility. Disadvantages is that there is a distractions in the classroom format. So here are the next one. The fifth paragraphs, I will classroom learning personal interaction is a very important. So for example, in this class, I don't know whether you are giving attention to my classes, or whether you have a real feedback, or you have a real understanding of what I am telling. If you don't have, and you can say it in the comment box, but in the real class you can ask the teacher, and the teacher will show you the real path at the moment. So these are the great advantages in the classroom. The in-class classroom is a different from the online classroom. There are whatever we have, we must say that in-class classroom is more active than the online classroom. But what we don't have much actually option here because of pandemic. So here we can say that the online classroom is a gift to us to some extent. So at this case, maybe the harder for the student to approach the teacher privately in person to raise issues. So for example, you have some private issues. For example, you cannot write the essay, but you have some problems that you cannot go through it, and you have other issues which you cannot solve in your real-time problem, so which you cannot discuss online, as I have already muted you, and that you cannot discuss these personal problems in the online class because of limitation and because of the accessibility for others. For example, in a class, a student can talk about his personal person to a teacher, but in the online class, it is not possible. So your personal deficiencies is not available to us in a in an online class, but in class it is possible for a student to share his personal problems with the teachers. So this is the very important factors in the cases of the students. And so let us go to the next episode. So you should write a very strong conclusions for your essay, and that means what you appreciate. What you appreciate? Are you in favor of? You are weighing in favor of online class? Are you weighing in favor of in classroom situation? So what is the difference? You have already put some differences in 3 paragraphs, and you will conclude it by yourself that which one you like most. I have hereby for your studying, I have hereby a 5 paragraph essay that is not of your choice, because you cannot plagiarize, or you cannot copy it from here or other. This is a different kind of essay. I have chose 2 common things: cats and dogs. For example, we are given an essay writing for in favor and in the advantage of having a pet like cats, and in favor or disadvantage of having cats, or a disadvantage or advantage of having dogs. So I have hereby presented a very good essay and funny essay and like it, and in a 5 paragraphs I have kept this essay for you in in this situation. So in this class, for classroom practice, you can read it, and and you have a fair idea how you could write an essay on inline classroom, in classroom, or distance learning, or online classroom, a comparative and comparison study of this. Okay, so if you go through this essay, and you will find how you could manage it. This essay is quite long. I think your essays should be short, and it should have a very without essential writing. You should not over exaggerate something, or over exaggerate something for your essay. You should write it actually what you feel and how you understand it. You there are many essays found in the internet. I would like to say you that don't go for that. It is this is just an assessment for you. You take it as a fun, and just develop yourself from with it. So this will be a benefit. This will benefit you in the long run. It will give you the power to write yourself. So this is one of the issues that we have. We have to practice writing, and we have to write in our own way. Don't follow the others way. We don't go for the paragraph that we find in the guidebook. So this is the one of the last chapters I have. Last of my at the end of my that it is important that when you write a paragraph of contrast, write an essay on write a essay on contrast, write an essay on uh, contrast and contrast and compare. You should use some transitional word. It is very important. Yeah, I have hereby listed some of the transition word for comparison and comparative study, and for contrasting. So these are the transitional words which you try to use in your essay. And if you try this word in your essay, you will get the full use of. This is one of the point that has been raised in your assignment, that you have to use, you have to quite familiar, you have to quite familiar with you have to quite familiar with your with transitional word of comparison and contrast. These are the I have used it, I have shown you this comparison and comparative word to you, given you this in the same way, in like manner, likewise, similarly, also, as, without, as though, but, by contrast, in contrast, and despite, and both, like, just as, even so, otherwise, rather than, unlike. These are the words you can use in your essay in order to bring about the contrasting pictures of the online learning and in-class learning. Now I would like to uh, uh, say you a few things. If you keep connected with us in our not only with the online class, but also with our few social platform. I have Facebook account. I have a online page called MES English Online, and you can join it. We are now gearing up this project, and you can contact us with my email. I will provide my email online, and you can contact us. And the good thing is that if you follow this lesson, I will give you say a link in my Facebook page, in the Omar Kone MES class online classroom, that you can at least see all what we have studied here in my notebook. You can look, you can see my notebook, and you can do all these things by yourself, and you can see it, you can study it, you can read it, and you can guideline it. You can say that, sir, in a 30-minute or 20-minute class, how we can get all those resources that you have. I am going to share my resources with you in my class, in Omar Kone MES class online classroom hub, or in our page, or in my pages. I have different sources of Twitter accounts, and the Facebook accounts, LinkedIn accounts, and the Instagram account. Wherever you go, you can find these things, and I will share you with you, and you will have access to all these materials. So you have to study hard for this time. Thank you for attending the class. Dear students, I would like to thank you all for having this class with you. It's a wonderful time, and we in the later period we will interact with all your questions. And I would like to say that my email address is MES English Chittagong. It is MES English Chittagong. It is MES English Chittagong. For example, you will get it in the MES English Chittagong, and at the rate of gmail.com. You can write me over there, or you can write this message in the any message you have. If you have any questions, you can ask it in the messenger group of F. I belongs to the F group. I am the moderator of F group. You can share it over there, or I will share it on the Facebook. If you have any comment or any kind of issues, you can ask me in the Facebook group. For example, in the group online MES class, online MES classroom, online classroom. There in the comment, you can ask me things, and I will try to answer as much as possible. Thank you for the time being, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.